welcome back to Metal Rules TV, where the underground meets the playground. I'm Jeff Rappaport.
I'm Matt Gibbons.
And you guys are?
Mike DiMaria.
And Chris Kelly from Alustrium.
Very nice. Now, this is the first album for you guys. You guys have actually been around for about 3 years now, 3 years and change.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Right?
I lose track.
Yeah.
I don't even know what day it is.
So it only gets
Thursday?
worse.
Is it the...
It's Friday. No, it's definitely Friday. Yeah.
God, don't do that.
I had class this morning.
I only know it's Friday because we did the show.
So.
Oh, okay.
That's the only reason I actually know.
References.
It's a good indicator.
Yeah, when you work from home, the days run into each other.
Yeah.
Like, I never know, like Friday, Saturday, it's the same thing. I'm working from home. I'm always home.
That's the only reason I track the days is because I have to go to work. If I didn't, I wouldn't give 4 shits what day it was.
Why not 5?
5 is a little too much shits to give about anything.
All right.
Realistically, never give that.
I can't see that being healthy.
You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever actually made 4 shits?
In one day, yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah,
Taco Bell?
No, you know what? I eat a lot of Mexican food and spicy stuff and fast food, so that doesn't mess with the system as much.
I
If
think I'm the
breaks
only
the
person that's never been negatively affected from Taco
Yeah,
Bell.
Taco Bell doesn't
Really?
bother me at all.
Yeah.
Like if I
Never.
eat
It doesn't bother
Taco
me
Bell,
either.
Chipotle, nothing like that, nah.
I eat a lot.
If I ate something unusual for me, it would be more likely to throw.
Yeah.
Like if I eat tofu, it'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Healthy food.
I have
Get
to,
out.
Really, for me, it's a lot of vegetables. I have a lot of vegetables that I like my
We're
system
supposed
to
to do
eat.
that, though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I do. So.
Yeah, it doesn't like it.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Alright, so...
Good start.
so you guys had, through your 3 years, like a hell of a lot happened. You guys went through about 300 members, right?
Roughly.
Give or take.
Yeah.
3 band name changes.
Wow.
Were there 3
Was it
changes?
all-
There was
it
three.
Was it
3?
only 3?
Technically 3, but more or less 2. Because there was the one that when I joined with like Josh and Ev the first time.
Yeah, before... Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there was 3. Technically.
When the band... Well, technically 4, I think, because when the band
Oh, for
first
me.
started...
Newsflash.
Yeah, the band
4.
the band was originally called Syndicate, and then
That's
it was
as many
called
shits as I give.
and then it was called For What Was Once, which we leave out of the bio because no one cares. And
We care.
and
That'd be a cool song title.
maybe.
It sounds like one of those emo bands.
Yeah.
See,
Is that why I changed it?
That's why.
and it
yeah.
was.
Okay.
Yeah. This wasn't always this way. There was
The
a lot
dark
of
years.
Wow.
Really? You were in a sentence
yeah.
metal band.
yeah, and so there was Syndicate For What Was Once, and then there was finally Altered Image, which was the one that we kind of got our start with, obviously, Alustrium.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't in the Syndicate thing. I kind of joined after.
He came
that.
in For What Was Once.
You were for the emo era?
No, it was emo before I got there.
You were the changing catalyst that made.
I like
let's get real.
to
Let's
think
come on.
partly, yes.
It took him a while because, and he's told me this a million
Yeah.
times, that he was very
apprehensive of
he
ideas.
didn't like the music because I was the only one that wrote music, and Brett, our bassist, used to write the lyrics, and he's a big power metal guy, so they were
Right.
very, very corny lyrics, and so, you know, he wasn't a fan of anything that we were doing at all, but he was just so happy that he was in a band and that there were people who thought he was good at guitar, and he just, like, he didn't want to say anything because he thought it would just be like, get out, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And one day he's just like, all right, stop, we blow.
Yeah.
Need to
Yeah,
change.
he like slowly brought it up over the course of time, like just like, you know, maybe we shouldn't play that song or that
Ever.
one or that one.
Under
Maybe
any
we should write new ones.
No, I have new ones.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you guys have those whiny vocals when you were at that?
Yes, but not intentionally, and I'll
No?
explain. I'll explain. Because and to this day I still do any clean singing that's on our music, which it doesn't happen very often, but I do that stuff. And back then, you know, I was younger, much closer to the days of puberty, and I was trying to expand my vocal range and stuff, and so
You're Peter Brady?
I don't even get that reference.
Oh, yeah, when it's time to change.
Yeah, occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot higher pitch sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, and
Choir boy.
yeah. Actually, thank God for that. But anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, and so I wouldn't be trying to sound whiny, but it was like I would have to because it would basically be like I had to like force my voice to be really tense so that it wouldn't flutter, you know. So it was there was some whiny
So
stuff.
you had to pick a register, basically.
Yeah, and I did the screaming vocals and stuff, and that lasted for one show. And we played, and like the show went over decently as far as our first show, you know, with no one there, and we didn't have any horrible mess ups or anything. But then the bands that played after us, I just saw they all had vocalists that only did vocals, and I watched the guitar players be able to run around and stuff, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I sucked anyway.
After the first, you're like laying in the car, like I can't do this anymore. Like you were bitching so hard.
I literally just sat in the passenger seat of his car. I was like, Mike, I'm doing it all wrong. I just
My throat hurts so bad.
Oh, it was bad.
From all the dick. But...
What?
What?
Why?
Whoa.
Right?
He just let loose some terrible secrets. We're gonna have a serious.
We're gonna
talk.
take a break here at Metal Room.
Yeah.
And you go cry.
Now I know why we invited you guys.
Yes!
Woo-hoo!
We're the party.
It doesn't help our image with with the bendy straws. They are so much fun.
So, after the emo thing and you guys started becoming a proper metal band and all that, yeah, well, you gotta wait for the emo thing.
Etiquette.
Yeah, and bendy straws and
Yes, metal.
that
Shit the queen.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah.
Like, but like I said, a lot of bad things happened. We lost members. One actually passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good friend of mine. I went to high school with him, and it's kind of, it's not fun.
Was it from diabetes?
Yes and no. Like, he kind of lost his battle of depression, so it wasn't, like, diabetes kind of played into that, but it was, a very, a multitude of things that kind of got to him, but, what can you do?
Yeah, that was a hard thing to come to terms with. Just getting a cut, because the night, technically, what was technically the night that he passed away, but obviously we didn't find out until the next day. We were having rehearsal, and he called us like the day of and was like, "Yo guys, I'm going to my friend's band show in Westchester, and there'll be a rehearsal." And he didn't show up, and so we're just figuring, he, went out and hung out with his friends and just decided not to show up. And so, obviously we felt terrible because we were, we, called and left messages, dude, just at least have the courtesy to call us, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, who the hell is this guy?
And then the next morning I'm out, I'm out, shoveling mulch with my dad or something like that. It's very rare that you see me doing any sort of labor, but I was outside, and then I get a call from him, and I can't even understand what he's saying. All I heard was just Greg's dead, and it was just it took a while, it wasn't something where I started crying instantly or something like that. It was just kind of
Shock.
yeah, it's yeah.
You guys are young to lose a friend.
Yeah, we were. How old were we at then?
Junior in high school, so
I think we might have been not even.
Oh 17. No, because he was driving when I wasn't.
Maybe 16.
Yeah.
And I think Brett at the time was the youngest one. He was 15. So yeah. So that was difficult. What's to say?
Well, when all these bad things were going, was there ever a time when you were like, I can't do this band anymore. This is too much.
I mean, it's just, I feel like even just saying that would be just being pretentious, because, it's not like we had so much accomplished where we're like, we just can't bear that. It was just more or less,
It's a good perspective.
I mean, it's just realistic. It's, if we're trying to pretend like we're too big for our britches, it's like, hey, that band that didn't put anything out, So, it was more or less, at least, I can't speak for everyone, but mine was more just carry on with that name. It's a motivating factor for me, at least. I can't speak for everyone, but...
Yeah, and I mean, like he's, in that same vein, we were just starting out. We were still trying to get our feet wet, in the music industry or whatever, and so it was more or less just obviously, we were making progress, and it was a pretty big speed bump, but it wasn't something where it was we weren't on tour or anything like that, and it wasn't something where it wasn't from a business perspective, it wasn't something that was so pressing that it was what the hell are we gonna do? It was we just we take our time and we deal with it.
Yeah, we find ways to get through it as a band, and we deal with the personal side on our own.
And then the next few shows, I had to cover for vocals again, because we got Jerry, our current vocalist, we got him shortly after that, which I thank God that happened that quickly. We found a guy that was so good, but the day he joined, it was via text message, and he was getting on a plane to Germany, and we had a show at the Croc Rock in Allentown that weekend, so it was we had a couple shows coming up, so I had to kind of relearn everything. Do it.
Then I helped out for the one show too. It was just trying to figure out how we could divvy the duties up until we had a new frontman. So
yeah,
that's good, man. You guys persevered, basically.
Yeah.
Now I was watching your video from your Battle of the Bands. There was a Battle of the Bands video I found on YouTube.
We played so many.
Yeah,
we played a lot of. I think it was Lancaster.
I guess.
I think it said.
Was it Ben Salem?
I can't remember.
Was
What
it like
was
a big open
was
stage,
it a
like
big
an amphitheater?
concrete stage thing?
No, it looked like a school auditorium.
Oh, that was in my high school.
Lower was it? Wait, was it LaSalle
that
or
was
Lower Moreland?
Oh wait.
Was the lighting really cool? Okay.
I remember there was like kids were headbanging, and there was like and
Was the view from really far away or really up close?
Far away.
Okay, that was LaSalle.
LaSalle,
then.
yeah.
I think it was LaSalle now.
Yeah, that's where the high school. That
Yeah.
was a fun show.
We got thrown off because because the people that enjoyed our music started moshing, and our singer Jerry stage dived, didn't he?
No, that was Kemmer. My friend stage dived.
Oh, he jumped up onto the stage and jumped off.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a metal band playing at a Catholic high school. They already weren't too happy.
I felt like I think if you opened, you said something like, "There's better be some blood here tonight" or something.
Yeah, you know what?
There was some line, and I was like, "Wow, this is really a battle band to the high school." Because I can't imagine this happening. The teachers started getting nervous immediately.
Yeah.
I think there was like some moshing or like something was going on.
Yeah, there definitely
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
And oddly enough, that was in the right before we played. There was a memorial video for Greg that played, and there were interviews with his friends and stuff like that. And so it was like that video, and then we came on because we were the band that he was a part of, which was cool. And oddly enough, just ran a little bit of a random tangent here. It's weird. Anytime we've done anything to do with the band that is in any relation to Greg, as far as like a memorial thing, it rains.
Really?
And, yeah, it rains before and during the thing, and stops afterwards. When the day that we found out he had passed away, it rained. And the viewing it rained,
the
and
funeral.
stopped. The funeral it rained. After the funeral, we played a song at his prayer service at the high school, and it rained during that and stopped after that.
Yeah.
And the night of that, the Battle of the Bands at his school, it rained, and our new singer actually got into a car accident on the way
I
there.
forgot about that.
Which was a very freaky thing, and that was our first show with our new drummer Evan too. And our previous drummer, his name was Joey, he's lost a lot of friends in that way, and so like when Greg passed, it really hit him really hard, and so the fact that so he seemed to have a much deeper connection than we had anticipated with Greg, and so when he left, we had a new drummer, a new singer. So the guy that replaced the one that passed away, and the guy that replaced the one that would seem to be hurt most by the guy passing, were in the same car.
Wow.
And got in an accident. So
It's a
that
coincidence.
so that was it was kind of weird. It was just like Mike actually looked at me, and he was just like, I don't know if he wants us to do this. Or not. It was odd, but yeah.
Anyway, so that Battle of Bands was pretty crazy, and then of course at the end they apparently, God forbid we run like 2 minutes over our set, and we're finishing our last song, and then I have the vice principal slapping on my foot telling me, like, stop, and I'm just like, no. Just kind of walked away, and like everyone else stopped around me, so we all just stopped. But that was unfun. Unfun is now a word. Fact.
Speaking of stop, we need to take a quick break,
Sounds good.
and we'll be right back.
Okay.